Peace, family. Back in the building with another video at Buck Preacher 2283. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm trying to get my likes up and my views up. I know it's gonna happen in time, so I'm gonna stay grinding. Today's topic is why I tell my daughters to have their own in life. I had 3 girls, so it's my responsibility to teach them the way of the world. And the way I teach my daughters is find you something you're good at, go to school, get a trade, or find you something you're good at, you might like to work or whatnot, and have your own. Because I'm just a person who feel like I don't never want to see my girls dependent on no man. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking that. If you out here and you're in a relationship where your man takes care of you, good for you. Because there are incidents where, a man take care of a woman. I teach my daughters to be independent because I don't never want them giving a man that much power over them. You get what I'm saying? Because with power and money comes big-headedness and a whole lot of other nonsense. I don't know if it's the money or the power, but sometimes when you give a man money and power, the first thing they want to do is holler how they a boss and they out in these streets, and now they messing with different chicks, and they going out of town on the weekends on you. Not all men, but a lot. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a no-brainer. I tell them, go to school, get your education, get you a trade, get you a degree or something of that nature, and never, ever, ever find yourself sitting up depending on anyone, because at the end of the day, independence is a must, and I teach my girls that. Be independent, have your own. Now, if you meet someone down the line, you feel like, oh, I can trust this person to take care of me, that's going to be a chance you're taking. Because like I said, with the money comes power. And with power, a person changes, in my eyesight. There, especially in our community, you see what happened when you give the average person out here some money and power. Now they looking down on people. Now they can't be talked to. Now they're a womanizer or worser, And not all men, but a lot, right? Let's keep it a buck. A lot, right? So for me, it's a no-brainer. I don't want my daughters ever dependent on a man like that. I always teach them, get out here, make something of yourself, and have your own. As I said, now, if they meet someone they feel like they want to take that chance with, they're grown. You do that. But like I say, always have something to fall back on where it's not a problem for you to get out here and survive. You get what I'm saying? I have seen some of these horror stories where, a lady been in some marriage for years and this guy's been cheating. And that's another thing. When you allow somebody to just foot everything, pay your bills, pay your car notes, they pay the rent, guess who's in control? And I don't care if they letting you pay the bill, but guess who's in control if he's paying for everything? He is. Right? And if when people are in control like that, that's where you hear some of these horror stories where, now a chick that sat up here all these years and let the man be the breadwinner, but now he's being a womanizer. Or worser. Now he's beating on her. Or worser. You see where I'm going. Or he doing worser things, and you have to sit there and kind of like take everything because so many years that went by and you haven't did nothing with your life. So now you're kind of like at this man's mercy, because time has went by, you never did anything, so you kind of have to accept his nonsense and BS. You get what I'm saying? And you see stuff like this happen all the time. I give you an example, the Mendez trial. You know, y'all know the Mendez trial, right? About the two brothers who killed their parents some years ago. And it ended up that the father was, you know, with the kids, and the mother knew, but it seems like she just didn't care because of the lifestyle she was living, right? And we hear stories like this all the time. You get what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, you didn't set up in here and went for the bait, and a man told you, oh, I got everything. You don't have to do nothing. Well, guess what that means? You have no power, you know. Now, there are instances where men, I know women where men have totally taken care of them even after leaving this earth. And you do have those stories. I'm just telling you how I have raised and taught my daughters, and I don't regret it at all. I would do it all over again because they are independent thinkers. They are not out here looking for a man to take care of them. And they all, for the most part, get out here and get it. And I'm proud of them for being that way. It makes me feel like I did a good job as far as parenting. You know, I want to know what y'all out there think, man. Do you feel like as a father, we should be raising our daughters independently, or to be dependent upon someone? You get what I'm saying? It's a conversation we need to have, family, because like I said, I have no problem letting my daughters know which way to go. And that's independence. I always tell them, have your own. Never ever be in a position where you have to look to someone else to take care of you. No one's going to take care of you like you, is what I tell my children. Self-preservation is the #1 rule. You know what I mean? And people are fickle. You know what I mean? People are fickle. People can be funny. And that's another reason you have to really think about what I'm saying. And I'm just glad my daughters listen to whereas they are in school and just basically doing things with their lives to where I know they would never ever have to depend on a man. And the funny part about that is I have a lot of women in my family that are independent like that get the bag. You know what I mean? I have aunties and sisters that, you know, they don't sit up waiting on no man. You know, they go out there and get it. And like I said, I always have my reasons for doing that. What I want to know out there is what you think. Is it a good thing to raise your daughters to be independent? Well, family, that's going to be my video for the day. You know, I don't like to draw them out. I want to know what y'all think out there. Peace.